Man, look, he blocked me, man. He didn't like block me out the room, man. He blocked my call, y'all. He don't want to talk. He don't want to talk. Why you block me, True? I wasn't gonna beat on you that bad. Yeah, man. Why you ducking me, True? This nigga ducking me, y'all. Oh, frog face ass nigga. All right. We see the bitch in your face. Look at you.
Just success.
All right.
Hello?
Peace reflection.
Okay, hey, yeah, we just got off the live before the last live ended, and I didn't get a clear understanding of what you were saying. When you said that, okay, so I was saying that it's a contradiction to say, okay, on one hand, we create our realities, right? That's what you guys believe, right?
The most honorable master teacher believes by nature tells us that our reality is a direct reflection of what we're thinking.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I believe my world is gonna be amazing, and I don't care what a president does, right? But then on the other hand, you're telling me, oh well, you can create your reality and make it whatever you want with your thoughts, unless Donald Trump decides to take food away from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to what's the piece because to me, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to make sure you need to understand this part, right?
Okay.
The most honorable master chief, the leader of our nature, teaches us that separation is an illusion. Do you understand that everything you see in your reality is you?
Yes.
Okay. So do you understand that the most honorable master chief, the leader of our nature, is your higher self?
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's my higher self, but I do believe he is myself. Yeah.
He's your higher self.
According to you, but it's your perspective. So go ahead.
He's your higher self.
According to you, sir. But go ahead. Go ahead. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know that. But yes.
For the sake of you to move forward, we'll just he is.
He's myself. Yes. Yes.
Okay. We'll go with that because that is also true. What is the most honorable master chief, the leader by nature, asking you to do or telling you to do?
To move closer to basically move out of Babylon.
Okay. Now, the most honorable master chief, the leader of our nature, is telling you to move out of Babylon, not just off of
look at this nigga
flim flop type thing. It's backed by facts. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So, what makes you think that your thinking in the presence of facts is gonna overturn those facts, right? What makes you think that?
He don't want to answer the real question.
No facts. According, like I don't.
Insanity.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Because it is definitely.
You said the homeless dry bagging. Oh wait. Where? You know I'm on Serenity shit. Oh, she was live already. Okay. Peace. Oh, well, girl, you on YouTube? I'm coming, baby. Hold up. Where's she at? Don't be on YouTube. You're going to be in trouble. You don't have no moderators here? Where's she at? Where's she at? Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Don't be on this side. Don't be on this side, y'all. Don't be on this side. Where you at, boo-boo? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Where you at, girl? You on one of my channels. Come on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where you at, girl? Damn it. Thought I was subbed to you, baby. I'm sorry. I'll find you now. Oh, fuck. Hit the wrong one. Damn it. There we go. Oh, yeah?
Hello. Peace, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yeah, let me sub. I don't want to miss no more. I don't want to miss no more. It's hot out there.
Hey, sister friend. Hey. What's up, everybody?
Hey, peace. Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the baby?
You know where the baby is. I'll see if I can lift up his leg. Right here. Because he's feeding right now. Yep.
So we got a story to tell.
Yeah, because I haven't been on YouTube in a while since the last video. And this is a journey that we're documenting. And so, oh, hey, Canada. So I'm usually on Instagram, but Instagram won't save the video. So it's like, okay, I'm going through all this experience and not, sharing it and documenting it and saving it. So that's the reason why we came on YouTube, so that we'd be able to do that. Because until we get a laptop, we can't really do anything like how we used to do it. Oh, thank you. Okay. So y'all can be asking questions, but we're not going to be looking at it because we really want to just share with you what's been going on. And then after that, if y'all want to ask questions, So, we left off, at our friend's farm. And remember me and Rambo and Flow and Vibes, y'all don't know, me, Rambo, Flow and Vibes, we're no longer together.
Well, we did upload that part to YouTube, remember?
Oh yeah, we sure did. See. Oh yeah, we did upload that. So y'all know that we ended up having to go to different places because we couldn't find, a place for all 5 of us. But we still keep in contact and keep in touch, and we're actually in the city closer to them, which kind of worked out. But Rambo and I, the living situation, the work trade that we had received did not work out the way that we had expected to do, because the man and us didn't see eye to eye. Like it just wasn't a really good living situation. It was dirty, and
why you ain't clean it up?
And and he didn't really care for that. And then also we had asked the man, since the work trade wasn't providing money, if possibly he could get us, some food until, we can do what we need to do to get more food. And we were like, we'll work for him, or whatever we need to do to pay off the food that he, will give us, that's what we'll do.
Well, he was acting like he was all good, you know, about it or whatever. And the next thing I know, he said, well, send a list of food. So I sent him a list of food, and I was like, you don't have to get all of this, but this is just give you an idea of what we eat. So whatever you can get on this list, you know, it'll be fine. You know, it was just like all different types of stuff, but I didn't know where he was going. And
cashews and
like
dates.
Cashews and dates. Yeah, cashews and dates. But just anything, it was beans and rice or spaghetti stuff, like it didn't matter, just if you could get something. Well, he got really upset and got really offended, and he was just like, you know, I don't want y'all here, you know, I don't want to buy y'all any food. And we said, well, we'll pay you back. It's just that we just didn't have any food coming in. And he was just like, no, I don't want to really deal with y'all, you know. And he was like, y'all cleaned out the kitchen. And I said, yeah, but we showed you that we cleaned the kitchen because you had all this old stuff in there. And this was the kitchen that you wanted us to stay in. So we were like, let's clean it. And then we even showed him that we cleaned the kitchen. So he was just acting like he was okay with everything that we were doing, but he was just really like making a list of stuff that was pissing him off. Yeah. And so, but at the end of the day, it worked out because that place wasn't clean, and it wasn't a place that was on our vibration, because it was just a lot of red flags. And at the end of the day, the universe pushed us out, because as soon as we got in there, the universe was like, nah. And it was weird how everything happened, but now looking back, we didn't need to be there because it just wasn't a situation. And it was an Airbnb that we were working in, and it was a situation that I wouldn't even want to stay in myself if I was a customer. So it just worked out the way that it was supposed to, where he kicked us out. He did us a favor.
Yeah, and basically it was weird because, you know, he came, he was just pissed off. We didn't even know that he was on that tip until he came, because he was like she said, he was just taking notes and seeing what we were doing wrong, but in our face being like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that, yeah, that's fine, and being all cool. And then finally, when he had his last straw, he blew up and threw all that in our face. Yeah. and was like, you know, you sent me this big ass list. He said dates and cashews, like nobody has money to eat like that. I'm like, bro, dates and cashews, that's a luxury. Like I'm sorry, like shit, I didn't know, I had no idea that, you know. But you know, so it's just that wasn't a match for us, and it just didn't work out well, because, you know, like in nature everything is clean. Like we're not picky to the point where we need luxury stuff and things like that, but we do want it to be clean. In nature, things are more clean in that place, because a lot of people hoard a lot of shit, and they just accumulate stuff, and they're always gathering stuff and collecting dirt and dust, and just they have so much stuff that it just becomes a mess. But in nature, it's self-regulating, self-cleaning. So we rather stay on the beach in nature, or be in nature sleeping in the tent, because that's going to be cleaner for us. You know, it's not that we want a luxurious house or nothing. We just want a space that's clean and organized.
Yeah, because they have this thing called, what's it called, the rat worm disease, or rat lung disease. And what happens is it comes from the slugs, and the water here is on catchment. Like they get the rainwater. And so the people that were also staying there, that was working there too, they were telling us don't drink the faucet water here because they don't clean their filters. Which was funny, because they were giving that water to their customers. You know, they were giving that water that was supposed to be filtered to the customers, but they weren't changing the filter. And so I just thought that the people there was exaggerating about the rat lung disease or whatever. They was just like, no, it's a real thing. Don't drink the water. Don't eat the lettuce in certain places here in Hawaii. And I was just like, okay, because you know how people, you know, exaggerate. Well, it was just like, because it comes from the slugs. Well, before we left, and I had took a shower, and I had washed the baby in this water too. Before we left, slugs came from up the sink, like from the sinkhole. So seeing that let me know that the water, the tank that they're using the water in, had slugs in it. And it was so many slugs, and it was so dirty that it was coming from up the sink. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if the longer we would have stayed there, we would have been drinking the water, taking a bath in the water. And the baby's very sensitive right at this moment in his life. So he could have absorbed that energy and could have got sick. So I was like, oh my God, these people were telling the truth. You know, this is real because the slugs were in the water. It came from like the pipes and stuff. And so I was just like, you know what? We got to go. I'm perfectly fine with leaving. And so the next day we left and we didn't have a place to stay because the city that we were in, all the hotels were booked and all the hostels were booked. All the Airbnbs were booked. So Rambo and I had to make a decision and we had to sleep outside, you know, and it was an experience. Mm-hmm. But at that moment, you know, that's when I was saying it, but Rambo says not to say it, but it is what it is. Like at that one moment, we got to feel what it felt like to be out on the streets, homeless, not having nowhere to go. And that always has been my biggest fear in my life, that I don't want to ever be that person. And I ended up becoming that person. And it was probably one of the best experiences that ever happened to Rambo and I. And the reason why I say it for myself is because for the past 2 years, I've been staying in a tent. So it wasn't a big deal for me to sleep in a tent. And we ended up going to Walmart. Sorry, babe. We ended up going to Walmart, getting a tent. That was one of your best ideas. We ended up going, she said, let's go ahead and get a tent, you know, just in case we can't get, you know, a place to stay tonight. And so we ended up getting the tent. And then we ended up going to the beach, you know, just sitting and trying to figure out some things. And some guy walked up to us. He was like, hey, if you want to sleep on, you know, in this area.
All right, now I don't feel bad. Now you can go ahead and contact CPS so we can get this baby out the motherfucking sand. Now I don't feel bad. Now, all right, it's just like I wanna show this video to CPS and say this woman got a goddamn 1-month-old baby bragging about how life is beautiful being homeless. And she's running around Hawaii making YouTube videos. All right. All we got to do is find out which goddamn island she on. She's sitting out here. All right. Got the baby sucking on the titty and these motherfuckers smiling and giggling. All right. Playing with this child's life on social media. All right. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous. All right. They have no shelter. You retarded bitch. What if it start raining? Then what? You know, it do rain in Hawaii. It rained real bad in Hawaii. All right? Real bad. God damn.
And also, it's funny because a lot of places they actually charge people to sleep on the beach, like, you know, and the intents, you know, around here because it's kind of a thing. People go to nature and they want to get close to nature.
No, nigga, that's the homeless in Hawaii that sleep in tents. You retarded fuck. Yeah, we know about that already.
Parking on private property because the police could pull up and be like, you can't do this, or you get a ticket or something. As opposed to being on somebody's property that they have a business running that, you know, type of thing. But it's just the mindset that is different because
oh my God. This retarded fuck. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he's real retarded.
You know,
he's real retarded.
Awful things in their world where they just displace you, you know. So
it's
like no Airbnb, no hostel, no hotel, everything's booked. But then if you try to sleep at the park, you're in a tent, you get a ticket for not having a place to live or not having a place to stay. So it's like the system is fucked in that way, and I realize that, you know, that this is the way the system is made. Like, there's plenty of places to stay. I'm sure there's plenty of houses that are not out for sale right now, that are not occupied. There's rooms that in people's houses that are not occupied. There's all kinds of places to stay as far as capacity in this Hawaii, but just the availability due to people not wanting to open that space up for whatever reason. You know, they have every right to, I guess, in some perspective, he would say that. But another perspective is like, why we got all this land and all this space and people can't sleep in it? Why can't it be utilized for living? The system is not set up that way. It's not trying to have people live as humans. It's just trying to have people, you know, pay rent and mortgages and spend money on these type of things. So, but that was definitely what helped us was our money.
You know why that is, Rambo? Because we're paying money. So no, you don't get to sit for free. You are this dusty, lazy bitch next to you. No.
I know they are, because we made it up to this point evolutionarily, you know, sleeping outside into with nature, you know, so we got to be by the beach. It was a blessing, actually. You know, we got some fresh air. Didn't get no sleep, but, you know, still.
Well, I'm always gonna be honest. I wasn't being positive. It wasn't a positive experience for me at that time. What it was for me was a humbling experience. What it was for me is that at the end of the day, there's going to be a point in your life there is nothing you can do. What you have to do is allow. And the way you respond to your situation says everything. So the universe was showing me, let go, be still. There's nothing you can do right now. So if staying in a tent is what you got to do, then that's what you have to do to be safe with you and your baby and your husband. That's what you have to do. Sometimes you got to do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Especially in order for us to get what we want, it takes a lot of sacrifice. Mm-hmm. You know, and I know a lot of people wouldn't go this far, but we are. You know, and I know a lot of people are in this situation right now, and they might feel like they're at their wits' end, but that's why we continue to open ourselves up and share our experience, because we know that there's people out here now that's really doing this and don't feel like, you know, there's any hope. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's what keeps me strong, and that's what kept me from keep moving forward, was that, you know, I gotta keep going. This is just a moment. It's not forever, you know. And so then after that, because him and I, we just kept moving. Things opened up, and we ended up getting a place to stay. You know, it was an Airbnb, but it was a really nice Airbnb, especially for those that haven't been following us on Instagram. And it worked out because then that day it started raining. And so, but we had shelter, you know, and we was like, oh, thank goodness. Like, and it rained for like the rest of that week. So where we were at, we had a nice place to stay, and it just worked out. And so then,
can I just say something? Because somebody was saying something about a laptop, so I just want to make sure, like, just hit me up in the inbox. And because I am interested in that laptop, you know, but we just want to tell our story right now. But just hit me in the inbox on Instagram or hit her up, whatever, just to get in contact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so if y'all asking questions, like right now we're not really looking at the screen. Well, I can't really see the screen because it's really bright. But we did want to just let you guys know, and we're open. We know a lot of people will feel a certain way because, you know, we have been getting ridiculed about, you know, our experience or whatever, but it is what it is. And since me embarking on this journey, I have tapped into a frequency that I would have never been able to tap into or had the consciousness to understand, you know, how other people are going through this without me going through it as well. You know, so many people have reached out to me letting me know that right now they're homeless. Like right now, they don't have a place to stay. They're in shelter. And then some people reached out to me and was like, you know what? I've been where you was at. And now I have a business. I'm doing my thing, you know, and it's working for me. So don't ever be ashamed of your journey. Don't ever be ashamed of your process. And people are always going to have something to say, and that's okay. But how you endure what comes your way means everything. That's what it really means. And so some people aren't built for this. Like I feel like we're built for it, because people be coming at us all different types of ways, saying all different types of things to us, and y'all see it like in the comments. But it is what it is. This is a part of it, and you got to take the bitters with the sweet. See, people think that life is supposed to just be good all the time, but you're not going to grow, you know. But so let's get to the point of because this is like, oh my goodness, this has been crazy, a crazy journey for us. So we go to Hilo because, you know, we've been, you know, looking for a car. And so Rambo, you want to tell them about how this has been for you, just Because Rambo has really been like working, like looking for a car, looking for places to stay, looking for jobs. Like he's really been on it.
Yeah, well, where'd you leave off of we got the Airbnb?
What is that Airbnb and?
Well, yeah, because I kind of wanted to tell a story and then kind of do an overview of, how we felt about it, how that's affected us. Because it's, like I feel like we haven't shared it on YouTube before.
Oh, okay.
But so after we slept outside, we had that lesson. We were just kind of flowing around, got a Airbnb here in Kona. We were able to get one for a couple nights, and like she said, it did start raining, so we were glad that we got into some shelter. After that, we found a bus that would take you from Kona to Hilo, and once we got to Hilo, we connected with somebody, a friend that we had met on through social media, and she was basically, we just connected really well, and then she just let us stay at her place for a couple nights. But before that, we had stayed at another place, at a hostel, and so then we went to her place, and we were just connected with her, but that was very temporary as well. And in the midst of this, we're like looking for cars and stuff, but that's a mission in itself, like looking for the car. Like, I'm telling you, like, I've looked at so many cars, I've called so many people, emailed so many people. I'm on Craigslist, I'm on Facebook, I'm on OfferUp, I'm on Let Go, I'm talking to people on the street, I'm walking to used car dealers, and it's like every time I get close to finding a car, it's like somebody beats us to it. Like they get the car, because it's like good cars that are hard to come by, especially at that price. Because we only have a limited amount of money, but at that price, everything goes quick, because if you have a good car like that, somebody's gonna buy it, and if it has like low miles and it's running well, it's gonna be gone in a day. It'll be gone. So that's what was happening. I was hitting up people, and before I knew it, like they'd be like, "Never mind, I sold it," or I hit up an ad and it's already sold. Before I could even hit them up, it's already sold. So I was like crazy all day yesterday. And we did look at some cars in Kona too. Oh yeah, that experience was dope too. I'm telling about the guy. So we went to Kona to go look at a car. This guy, it was a friend of a friend's, and we met him at the beach basically, and he was up front with me. He's like, "Hey, look, this car, the transmission has a slip, and it's got some other issues going on with it. Some things need to be fixed, but I'm selling it. I'm just being upfront because the guy before me that sold it to me wasn't being upfront." So then, we test drove it, and then I was like, "I got another car I'm gonna go look at," and he's like, "Well, I can give you a ride there," So he was a super cool guy, He was at the sunset. He had his ukulele. He was playing it, and and just really meditating during the sunset, and so then he was like, "I could take you to that place," and I was like, "Oh, I'll give you some gas money." He's like, "Don't even worry about it." So he took us to go see the other car, which was an Xterra. Test drove that, but made him an offer, but he wanted more than we had. So then the guy was like, "I'll take you back, or where you guys going? Like, you guys got a place to stay tonight?" And we were like, "Nah, we didn't book anything because we thought we were gonna get a car. We thought we were gonna be able to sleep in the car, or at least make a move with the car, but we didn't get a car." So he's like, "You know what? I sleep in my car, but you guys are welcome to sleep in the back seat. The back seat folds down. I'll just sleep in the front seat." And so I was like, "What? Like, this person doesn't have a house. They don't have an apartment. They don't have a room. They sleep in their car, but they're offering us a place to stay." You got people out here got big ass houses with empty rooms, got multiple cars, would not even look twice at us to offer us anything, but yet this person that doesn't have anything but a car to sleep in is offering us a place to rest our head. So that really touched me, because I was like, damn, like, that's real. Like, and it's usually the people that have been through the situation that you're in that are going to help you, because they know what it feels like. They've been through that, but that really touched me, that somebody would do that and would have the heart to extend that, the little that they did have, to offer it to somebody that was in need. Like, damn, I was like, that really touched me. So You know, he even gave Serenity air mattress that he had and a sheet, like in a blanket. He basically, I don't even think he got sleep that night. He was in the front seat, just curled up, like cold, like I don't think he got sleep. But I was talking to him that night, and we had some really dope conversations. He's a permaculturist. He's into permaculture. He's into sustainable living. He's into being eco-friendly. He just wants to build a community. He wants to buy some land and build like a farm and like the similar dreams that I have, you know, is what he was talking about. But he was saying that he had traveled in an RV that ran on vegetable oil all through the West Coast, and he had been to Cuba, into Central America and Europe, and he had been a part of all kinds of movements where he was just you know, being the resistance to the cancer cells, basically, against Babylon, trying to live in tune with nature and trying to show people how to live in tune. And
driving
really
a car.
Conversations, and, you know, and he was so humble about thinking that he knowing that he didn't know everything. He was so humble about knowing that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Come on with it.
And so, you know, and I was like, damn, like, you know, what can I do? You know, as a man, you want to feel like you're providing for your family. So when the car broke down and basically everything that could have gone wrong went wrong in that moment, I was just devastated as well, like you know, questioning things and feeling like, you know,
so wait, the car broke down. Back it up. You mumble too much.
Bad. So by the end of the night, the last car that we looked at that looked to be good and looked to be the perfect car, you know, that, and we ended up paying for it and buying it, and then come to find out this happens, I was like, hell no, like, this is impossible. Like, that was the last thing on my mind that could have happened. This is the worst thing that could have happened basically to you if you buy a car, you know, that you test drive it and it feels good, and then you drive off and it's no good. You know, that's basically the worst thing. So, you know, when that happened, I was thinking too, I was thinking deeper than just why it broke down, because it doesn't work or it's not a good car. I was like,
back up a little more.
His son, all that time.
Come on, yeah, tell the whole story.
Okay, no, y'all were just getting situated.
Tell the whole story. I want to hear the whole story. So now
you in Hawaii.
So now they blew the money. So wait. So now the money that you had for the car, you done spent that money, right? And the car then broke down right after you done bought the motherfucker. Let me guess. It probably broke down because it needed gas in it. All right, y'all don't believe, you know, you should put unleaded gas in the car. All right.
We bought the car, right? We're driving off in the car. It starts to make the engine starts to lose power.
Yeah.
So we start to smell a smell like a burn smell.
Oh.
And then that's the moment I was like, we got gypped. He sold us a messed up car. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, like, what do you mean? Like, what was going on? Like, she didn't want to accept it at that point. But I was like, yeah, I realized that. All of a sudden, the smoke starts coming out the sides, and the car just turns off.
Yes.
And in the middle of the road, just turns off at night. So we were following a friend to go to her house so we can get our stuff. And I just got off the car and I told her the car it went out, like, you know.
Yeah, I just started crying. I was like, oh my God, we just gave these people all the money that we had, you know, and now what are we going to do? Like that, and, you know, all I was thinking about was the baby, and I was just like, what are we going to do?
Call Nature Boy.
I'm being straight up with y'all. Like, I'm not going to, you know, say it was one way, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? I said, I give up. I said, the island does not want us here for some reason, because everything keeps happening. It keeps being more challenging. And I was just like, I can't do this. I was like, I just can't. I was like, I can't believe
yeah, so I called the guy and I told him, hey, dude, like, your car went out, like, it just went on smoke, and you know, I was just like explaining to him what was going on. It's not turning on. And so he's like, all right, I'm about to go. Where are you at? And I told him where I was at, gave him my location. He's like, okay, I'm coming down. So I pushed the car to the side of the road. Somebody got out, helped me push the car to the side of the road. and we parked in the side of the road and just waited for the guy, you know. So then when the guy gets there, him and his wife get out, and
our friend, the lady, I don't know, one of our friends was with us.
Yeah, our friends was with us, and so she gets out too, and she was basically like telling them like, "Yo, you can't do this. You know, this car is messed up. Like you sold them this car, but it's not working. They gave you all their money. That's all the money they had." She was just going off on them, telling them all this stuff, and then the lady, she was like, "Well, there's no warranty, because."
Facts.
When I signed the car, like I said, I test drove it. It felt fine. There was nothing seeming.
Oh, yes. Come on, man. Oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious, guys. All right. Hilarious. All right. Sold them a car. Right? And the bitch break down on them. I love it. Oh.
And it was driving fine, and then I signed a paper that basically said there's no warranty, sold as is, and I signed it because I didn't feel like there was anything wrong with it, you know. I didn't see anything wrong with it, you know. So she said that, you know, she said there's no warranty, and I was just thinking in my mind, like, are you serious? Like, we didn't even get to get home.
We didn't even, yeah, it was less than like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, ma'am, we have a baby. I said, and you just want to just be like, there's no warranty. So we told them we wanted to get the truck so that we can have some place, you know, to sleep, because we don't mind sleeping in a tent. I would prefer to sleep in a tent and have a car than sleeping in a lot of these Airbnb and hostels that we've been in, because you don't know, wash the seats, you just don't know, and a lot of the places are old and moldy.
You don't know nobody washed the car.
We feel more safe.
Did they wash the car?
And if the weather gets too bad, go into our truck and call it a day. Like I said, when we was in Carbonation, we used to do that all the time. So there's nothing.
When we was in Carbonation. Shout out Carbonation. No, True blocked me. Oh, he denied my call.
But that's not good. You know, that's not moral. You know, and I was like, you know what? Before I go off, everybody here, I'm taking this baby and I'm going to my friend's Jeep because I can't deal with this. And I just got back in the car because I said, and it was dark too.
So you know, our friend Sequoia, she just went off on them. She was telling them all this stuff, but I was just like quiet because I was like, I don't want to do nothing irrational, because sometimes, like, for me, like,
there's no middle ground.
Like, either I'm gonna go off or I'm just gonna stay quiet, you know, and I just let her handle it, because at that point I was like ready to go off, because I was just thinking like, damn, like that's so messed up, like, and you gotta think that the whole day we were talking to people, we were looking at cars, I was like crazy, obsessing on the phone, like my eyes hurting from looking at the phone so long, walking around talking to people, and trying to get a car so bad. So by the end of the night, the last car that we looked at that looked to be good and looked to be a perfect car, you know, that, and we ended up paying for it and buying it, and then come to find out this happened, I was like, hell no, like, this is impossible. Like, that was the last thing on my mind that could have happened. This is the worst thing that could have happened, basically, to you if you buy a car. You know, that you test drive it and it feels good, and then you drive off and it's no good. You know, that's basically the worst thing. So, you know, when that happened, I was thinking too, I was thinking deeper than just why it broke down because it doesn't work or it's not a good car. Like, I was beyond that. I was like, damn, like, why are we here? Like, should we be here? Like, is this the place for us to be at? Or are we living out some karma? Or what's going on? Like, you know, because everything seems to be going against us. Nothing is working out. Nothing is lining up. And people are just not showing us that compassion, that humanity, you know. But some people were, like, the guy that let us sleep in his car, you know. But in that moment, you're so focused on that vibration that you feel, that emotion of like sadness and negativity from that situation, that you forget about it. It's kind of like, damn, this is working out, you know. But
yes, Victoria, we're in Eli.
But thankfully, the guy, I guess the husband had more compassion. He was just like, you know, we're gonna give you your money back. You know, let's just go back to the house and we'll give you your money back.
Yes, we don't get our money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my goodness, because everything worked out. Unfortunately, we had to go through this experience, but it worked out because if the car would have broken down 24 hours later, there would have been significant. But because the car broke down and explained into the legal place, they had to give us our money back. And then the man was telling me his friend that had cancer, and he said, I never even drove the car to even know if it was drivable. And the man is a mechanic. He had his own mechanic shop. So the fact that he didn't even...
Hey, baby, that one open down there. Number 12.
That was on him. It didn't make sense. And so I was like, oh my God. And so what I was telling Rambo, that to a person that does not even know the perspective, what we are going through could be the worst thing ever. But if you realize that we pay attention to our journey, that even though we find ourselves...
Please scan your first item. If you have check refunds, coin stock, coupons, or bottle slips, please scan them at the end of your order.
We had the 10. What's like even out there, you know, cardboard box. We had the 10. We always have people that would
Please place item in the bagging area.
Take us here and there and help us feed us. You know, we had you guys that, you know, continue to send donations, you know, until we can, you know, get to where we need to be.
Please place item in the bagging area.
You know, everything is working out because that situation could have been so different. It could have been like,
Excuse me,
oh,
baby.
$2,000,
Man.
$1,800. So,
It's not picking up. Like, it's too light. It's not picking up the way that I got one more too.
Okay. Rambo and I found ourselves in.
Sure.
Is that it showed us who we are. It's revealing to us every moment. This is who you are. Are you going to stay this way? Are you going to become more? Or it shows you how strong you are. You know, and in that moment, I felt really sick. I really did, because I'm like, I just can't do this. I just don't know why this is working. I don't want to be this. I want to be another way. But in that moment, it was for me to stay positive. It was for me to stay something.
Insert cash or
Because it
select
wasn't
payment
for our
type.
friend that was there. I don't know who was our friend that was there. She went off. She was like, oh no, this ain't the honor. You're going to give your money back. You know, you better do, you know, she was like our mom. Like, because she was all talking about children.
Please
I'm
take
going to do, you know, and then so me and Rambo, we was like, I think we were just like exhausted, because it's like we keep trying and trying and trying.
Just because, like, for us, it was like we were looking at it more like does the landlord want us here? We were like kind of giving up on maybe. So it was like at that moment we were kind of past that car situation, but she was like, "No, you gotta get your money back." She was still on that enough to get us our money back, because we're kind of just like, we're in the space of like just questioning if we should be here. So at that point we had already kind of zoomed past the car situation in a way, because we were looking at the bigger picture for our life and what's going on, why aren't things working out, and all these questions that we were asking ourselves, you know.
All you got to do is call Chief. Come on. Y'all know that's all y'all want to do. Rambo, Serenity. All right. Chief still got your beds waiting for you. Still got your area. All right. Y'all need to come on home. All right.
So it definitely was a learning experience, and that's what this whole thing has been. It's been like a training course or an obstacle course that has been like putting us through these tests, that has been putting us through these challenges to see if we can overcome them, to see how we're gonna handle them, and see how things are gonna go. And you know, and even I had a moment last night where I was like, you know, I told Serenity, you know, I do feel like there's a part of me that's scared that you might, like, you know, feel like I'm not providing and I'm not giving the family what we need, and I do feel that pressure, and I'm like trying to figure it out, you know. So in that moment when
you're not providing.
Damn, like I fucked up again. I'm still not getting it right. You know, like I'm trying really, really hard. Looking at these cards and I'm talking to people and I'm putting myself out there and I'm doing all this, but it's not enough. Like, and like to see you cry like that really hurt me because I felt like I wasn't doing my job.
Yeah, the same woman.
And so, you know, and I was like, damn, like, you know, what can I do? You know, as a man, you want to feel like you're providing for your family. So when the car broke down and basically everything that could have gone wrong went wrong in that moment, I was just devastated as well, like you know, questioning things and feeling like, you know, Serenity, I want her to feel secure and stuff on one part, but on another part I understand, you know, the universe is putting us through this to see how we could endure, you know, if we'll stick together and if we'll have that loyalty to each other and with the family be able to survive the challenges that we're going through, because when it's all good, it's all good. When everything is positive, it's good. It's a good time. Everybody's laughing. It's all good. But in that moment where everything is going a different way, you get to see the true intention of people and what's really in their heart, you know, and who they really are, you know. And in that moment, it showed us a lot about ourselves, you know. It showed us qualities about ourselves. But I was just glad that, you know, Serenity was, you know, she was still there for me in the way she was like being comforting to me. Like, you know, after she got over her, you know, reaction, she was like, you know, being encouraging in a way to me, you know, like making me feel like, you know, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, you know. So I was really thankful for that, because I just, when I see that, it lets me know like that you still, you know, like riding with me, you know.
Yeah, because it's not about you, and it's not about me. It's so much more. So this is part of your journey that you have to overcome. And you know, and it's so easy. I want to tell you guys, okay? I'm in this situation because I want to be more, and I want to really live a life that I love and on purpose. And I'm here for humanity. I want to create something here in Hawaii that I can give back. When I was in when I was in the States, Babylon, whatever, I was making over $60,000 a year. I have a degree. I had a job. I didn't have no debt. I had a car, house, apartments. I had it all. You see, so it's not about that. But what I didn't have peace of mind. I didn't have purpose. And so when I left 2 years ago and joined Carbonation, that's what activated me to become who I really am. That was my school of hard knocks, so that I could do what I'm doing today, so I can help other people. So we get so caught up in our lives about the little things that's going on. We don't realize the bigger picture. There's other people out here that needs your help, that needs to hear your voice, that needs to see that you are living a life that they're living, but you are continuing to triumph over it. People just want to know that they'll be okay in any situation. And since me and Rambo coming to Hawaii, and since us experiencing living day to day, the seat of our pants, I've been meeting so many people. The other day, I was talking to this one lady, and if you're watching, I'm not going to say your name or anything, but this woman been following me since Carbonation. And I remember talking to her one day, like when I was back in Belize. This woman has so much energy. Like, she was like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to y'all. Oh, and she was just like crazy. And I'm just like, okay, it's fine. Like, it's cool, you know? And so, but talking to her, like, she just had so much energy, and she was so happy, and she just wanted to leave, move to the tropics with her children. And she was a burst of fire. So I remember her energy, you know. I might not remember your name, but I remember your energy. So the other day, I was supposed to be doing a reading with this person. Hey, Game Freak. I was supposed to be doing a reading with her because I'm still doing readings. Even throughout this, I'm still doing readings, you know, and helping people.
You know.
And so when her name had changed, so I didn't know it was her. So when she came on camera, I was like, hey, she was like, you probably don't remember me. I was like, I remember you. You're not hard to forget. Like, what's up? I was like, you changed your IG name. And she was like, yeah. Now, as soon as we started talking, I was like, something's wrong with you. I was like, you're not yourself.
You know what? You can't make $60,000 a year, dear. You can't make $60,000 a year. You know why? Because you say I was like too damn much. I was like, and she was like, and then I was like, and then she was like, and then I said, no way. And then she said, yes, no way. And I was like, okay. And I was like, she was like, I was like, all right, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. All right. Yes, you're going to die out there, Serenity. You're going to die in Hawaii. You and Rambo. All of you motherfuckers are just going to fall off the map. All right? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right? Yes. We don't believe her at all. All right, come on, y'all. Let's go into the studio. Yes, I can't listen to no dumb shit, but for so long, she was on that dumb shit. See y'all in the studio.